Hello and welcome to Hello, I am Clutch. Hello, I am Clutch. And today I'm here at Roaring Camp to go on a fun steam trade ride. Now this place is a little bit north of Santa Cruz by about 20 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less. I love going on train rides, and this is a fun steam ride train through the Redwood Forest. So basically, this will travel over trestles, through towering redwood groves, and up a winding, narrow gauge grade to the summit of Bear Mountain, as conductors kind of give you the history of Roaring Camp, which is this fun area around here, the railroad, and the forest. Something that I think is really neat is that this is a very authentic steam locomotive. The steam engines here date back to the 1890s and are apparently among the oldest and most authentically preserved narrow gauge steam engines that are regularly scheduled for passenger service in America. So come along with me as we go on a fun tour around Roaring Camp and then on a fun train ride through the Redwood Forest. Yay. Roaring Camp and Big Trees. A double feature. Ooh. So it costs about $40 to go on this. It's about an hour trip. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Got signs to go to the depot. And the cutest little covered bridge I've ever seen. Welcome to Roaring Camp. Oh, hold on. Look left. Look right. It's safe. Okay. We did it.
That's good safety.
So we're here during Fungus Fest, but apparently this makes for such interesting options as what your day could be. Why not both? Wish we could figure out which way to go to the train. If only we could... This way. No arrows, but this way. Got some cool lawn art here. It's a wagon top boiler. Apparently it's a common type of steam boiler, and it's huge. Continuing on. It is quite a little bit of a walk to get from the parking lot to the train area. They do say on the website it's like a 5-minute walk, but it's a nice, cute walk. Very enjoyable, but definitely give yourself a moment to get here. And we finally made it to Roaring Camp. And it's a cute little kind of villagey type place. It's kind of like a wider version of Adventureland or Frontierland. That's the one that looks like this. Adventureland is a whole different experience. Why am I still talking? Nobody knows. Before you get on the train, they do have little Georgie's Cookhouse here with a few pretty good things. They got some hot drinks. They got hot tea, hot chocolate. Oh my gosh, they got hot cider. They got a cheeseburger and lots of pretty decent stuff for pretty decent prices. It's ice cream though. Oh, I've heard of that. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So for whatever reason, as we came here, I was getting really in the mood for hot apple cider. And amazingly, they had hot apple cider. This is making my day. This is fantastic. So if you purchase tickets in advance, you pick them up at the ticket office here. But inside, let's see. Oh. Got a fun penny press. Always love a good pressed penny. And you come out here, and this is where you pick up the Forest steam train. Ooh. If you were going to take the Santa Cruz beach train,
yeah, I know.
There's a sign there that points you to the big red one that takes you all the way down to the Santa Cruz beach boardwalk. Not doing that one today, but it would be fun to do. Maybe another time, Clutch. Maybe another time. When I got my ticket, they were very kind to give me a little train whistle. It's actually a keychain, but they gave me a little train whistle, which is just adorable. So apparently there was this Roaring Camp's 60th anniversary in 2023, and they still have these, and so they gave me one. How nice is that? The answer is very, very nice. We're gonna take it for a test run. Are we gonna have to ride this backwards the whole way? And we have made it on the train. Sometimes they have kind of an open air thing, but today they got canopies on everything. But I think we'll still get some pretty great views. There's a cute little doggy on the train.
We'll have a very full train.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna have such a good time. Or she. Adorable. You got a very fun looking ticket when you actually check in. So much going on.
We have lots of beautiful plants over there. It's evergreen in that forest right now. Spring has sprung. And a lot of it is poison oak. We have poison oak thriving everywhere. It's a horrible rash if you're unfamiliar with it. It's not a great souvenir. So don't reach out and grab those plants. Keep your arms and your head and that face inside the rail cars. It'll come right at you. I'll give everyone a nice friendly wave goodbye as we roll out of town. Not only is it good luck, it's tradition on the railroad. Look at all these people stuck. Rub it in.
Wow, these redwoods looks like cars. That's a nice caboose.
It's all about the power with this unit here.
Look at that steam fly!
Very first protected redwood preserve ever set aside from logging. Back in 1867, 181 acres of prime old-growth virgin redwood were saved from logging. Now that's a very special forest here, because throughout the 1860s all the way into the mid-1950s, 60s, 70s, redwoods were being clear-cut and harvested for their lumber, and they were known as the lumberman's dream. Now of all the original forests, they used to tower up and down this coast, full of old-growth redwood. 96% of all that has been logged in about the last 150 years. Only 4% of old growth like this stands up to date. Creek Trestle. It's 42 feet high, the tallest point, wrapping around some of our largest and oldest mature redwood trees on this property. Now a lot of these old ladies are standing tall and proud at about 275 feet plus to the top story of the canopy. And all of these big, wide, thick, fat, and girthy ones, like that one right next to Dixiana, 13-foot diameter. She's estimated to be about 12 to 1,300 years of age.
Don't look down to, oh God.
Now the average lifespan of these mighty trees, about 7, 8, maybe 900 years or so. But in really good conditions, the luckiest of the redwoods will live a long, hardy life of up to 2,200 years, or perhaps even more. Had to cancel trains that day.
Rest now, giant redwood.
That was all hand cut. And over 5 tons of lumber was removed off the rails to get the train by. And finally, after the tracks were clear, they started counting the rings inside that tree's trunk. So why the heck would you count the rings on these trees?
Age.
Why did they count the rings on the trees?
One ring is 1 year of annual growth on a redwood tree. That tree turned out to be 1,140 years when it came down for its final life.
Gosh. That fallen tree, if you didn't hear, was apparently 1,400 years old when it fell. That is something else.
Now when I come around for those train tickets, please have your tickets handy. Now I'll give your ears a break for a minute. Tickets, please.
Thank you. Thanks. We're legitly on the train. Back into the forest. It was always smoking because we got so much steam. We're going back into the forest. Getting really close to hitting this tree that's on this angle here. Woo. Keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle lest you be snapped by a tree. No, don't do it. Silly, silly wife. Well, I'm glad we didn't go that way. That would have been treacherous.
The tree is. The bark gets thicker and thicker, up to 12 inches thick on the old growth, a good 1-foot fire-resistant shield. Now this was no natural fire, this section we're pulling into, down below on the left, which would take a 360-degree loop, crossing that steep canyon, and the tall bridge, which the engine just pulled underneath, on either side of the tracks if you look up, that tall bridge used to go directly over this lower one. Well, unfortunately, these bridges were destroyed by suspected arsonists who were never caught. Arsonists burned these bridges down in the summer of 1976.
The train has paused. We're switching the tracks. It's all fine. We have not run out of steam.
All right, everyone, please grab your seat. Here we go.
There we go. Calm down, everybody. Calm down.
Private family as it's been since 1867. And we leased the property.
We're going backwards now. This is fun.
Well, our landlords would not let us rebuild those bridges after the arsonists burnt them down in the 70s.
All right, so after that stop, we go backwards up a switchback. That is a 10.5% grade, meaning you go up 10.5 feet for every 100 feet of track. And this engine here, let's go back to it. She gotta push hard. Can't really see her doing it, but oh yeah, there you go. You got some billowing smoke. Woo! Come on, Dixiana, Dixiana, Dixiana. That's the name of the train. That's why I'm chanting for Dixiana. I'm not helping, am I? Oh, you thought there was only one switchback? You silly, silly viewer of Clutch. There are 2 switchbacks. Why am I maniacal laughing about it again? I don't think I've ever been on a train that had multiple switchbacks to go up a mountain. So this is a fun, unique ride.
Those of you on the right, scratching your head a little bummed out, proceed on the way back down the hill. We're going to turn this train around for you. We spin around our loop at the top of Bear Mountain and then reconnect to this track right here, just with the train facing the other direction. So don't switch sides or anything like that. You'll get a different view from the same side of the train you're on right now. In fact, the same exact sequence. This is a great example of how they thrive and reproduce. A nice big circle of mature trees. This is known as a fairy ring or a cathedral grove. You're looking at one big happy family of trees. They're all sharing one big mega root system and are all connected together. They all have the same DNA. The main way the redwoods sprout when they reproduce, about 90% of the time that little green sapling sprouts right from the roots of its parent tree, or the mother tree. There's Mama, the big one in the middle. She'll have all their offspring right around the trunk. So at the end of the ride, or at, I guess, the midpoint, you stop at the way top and you get to get off at Bear Mountain. Bear Mountain! You get to walk around a little bit, you get to see a fun little bear. And then we're gonna walk our way down, because just near the top is basically a cathedral of trees where people actually can get married. And you can get your own
personal steam train ride up to the top for your wedding party. So let's go check it out. Along with all these fine folk. Wow, look at the gravel pile. Maybe you can stand by me. Fun. And we have made the short 2-minute walk to the cathedral. Ooh. Look at this. Oh, that's magnificent. Wow. Go right in the middle. Get the sun poking in. Wow. Yeah, this is something else. And while you're waiting to get married, they have a love seat. Walking back to get on the return ride, because walking down would not be fun. Actually, scratch that. It'd probably be very fun. It'd just be much longer. And here she is, the Dixiana, our noble steed, bringing us to the top of Bear Mountain. Thank you, Dixiana. You did great. I'm looking for a Doc Emmett Brown. I believe he was on this about, I don't know, 140 years ago or so, in about 1885, if I recall. Does anyone know a Doc Brown? You tell him, Dixiana. You tell him. And we're making our way back down to Roaring Camp. Huzzah! Mush!
The brakes.
Mush!
Fully effective. Now this next shot of steam coming up, a lot of you may not be able to see, but you'll see at the end of the clip, can be a big blast of steam out the left side of the boiler called a blowdown. The blowdown flush out the minerals and all the sediment that get left behind in the water, cleaning the boiler out completely. We'll do that again at the end of the train ride, so you'll all have a
Imagine there's like a whole bunch of magicians that showed up after that.
The new generation of baby trees quickly re-sprouted right when the mature ones got harvested.
So what's happening is as we come down once again, the conductor gets off and has to go change the track so we can get home. Luckily on this ride, we don't seem to be running into any robbers or bandits. Or unfortunately, depending on your point of view. And now for the fun, scary part. Going backwards down the 10.5% grade switchback. Ooh! Hold us, train. Hold us. And finally, we have switched back to going forward.
Survives about 200 to 300 years and has a maximum height of about 140 feet.
And there's a good look at that 10.5% grade going up while we are going down, yelling timber.
Every winter time in China, that dog redwood's just a bare, bald, and yes, red.
And they actually fill a steam train with water because, you know, that's how you make the steam. Well, thank you for coming along with me on this fun steam ride train in the Redwood Forest. It was a lot of fun. I'm biased, I love trains to begin with, but this was really cool. So it was about an hour up because going up the grade was very slow, but then coming down was quite fast. So overall about an hour and a half trip with about a 10-15 minute stop at the top, and it was a lot of fun. Now this did cost about $40 a person, plus you have to pay about $10 for parking. So just keep that in mind when you come. And I will say, you see I got the hat, I got the gloves. I'm here in early May. You are completely under the canopy of the tree, so it does get pretty chilly. So just be prepared for that. But otherwise, I would absolutely recommend this place. It is really cute. There's some gift shops, there is food, there's just, it's an adorable little place that feels like a slice of frontierland, which is very fun. And who doesn't love a good train ride through the forest? So with that being said, thank you for coming along. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. I am still Clutch. Ah, the gloves work.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. First test of the gloves, and they can turn on and off the camera. I gotta stop looking at myself. Look at the camera, not myself. The camera, not myself. The camera. Hello.